Welcome to Safeguarding Friday Spotlight, where we tackle the issues that put young people at risk. Today, we're diving into youth radicalization and the blind spots educators miss.
After 5 meaningful years teaching lower primary, Mrs. Goodwill has been transferred to the high school. She has stepped into her new role as a grade 10 social studies teacher. She's still adjusting, unsure if a gentle nature is enough for high school teens. The students are moodier, the issues heavier, and safeguarding feels more complicated. One of her students, Omar, got her attention. He sits at the back. He's quiet, intelligent, and intense. He submits essays full of rigid ideology. He challenged Mrs. Goodwill in class debates, especially during units on human rights, diversity, and democracy. His tone isn't violent, but it's cold and defiant. Mrs. Goodwill noticed that Omar has been picked up several times after school by two adult men in a dark car. No eye contact, no conversation, just a silent nod and dry off. On Monday morning, Omar arrives unusually early and hands an envelope to Mrs. Goodwill, saying,
It's for the student council donation.
She opens the envelope later in the office. Inside, a large sum of cash. No notes, no explanation. Mrs. Goodwill hesitates. Something feels wrong. But Omar hasn't broken any rule. He hasn't threatened anyone. She thinks, maybe I am overreacting. Maybe he just needs space. So she does nothing. 1 week later, the school receives a formal alert from national authorities. Omar had been identified as part of a grooming network for youth radicalization. The cash envelope was part of a laundering effort to test his loyalty. His digital trail showed months of contact with a group that exploits teenagers' isolation, confusion, and hunger for purpose. The school community is shaken, and Mrs. Goodwill is devastated. I saw it, she confides later in a staff meeting. I knew something wasn't right, but I didn't report it because I didn't want to make a fuss. I didn't want it to be wrong.